These shoes right here stayed under my bed, covered in dust for years without wear, and it's almost like I forgot about them, right? I kind of want to take you through the idea of leveraging what you have, and I'm going to share with you how I did that. So the thing is, these were a pair of boots called desert trucker boots. Got them years back. Now, the thing about these shoes is I didn't wear them. It was something about the color. While these shoes were maintained, I cleaned them, I polished them, I have shoe trees in them, I just didn't wear them. And it was kind of frustrating, but I never really did anything about it. Right? Now, if I could kind of explain the state of the shoes more, the bottom was okay. It was kind of, it was a leather sole, so I probably couldn't wear it in the more wet months. The back heel was like needing replacing, so that was kind of worn down pretty thin because it was pretty thin to start with. So I kind of had to improve it, and that kind of takes me to where I'm at today, where basically I had this desire or need. Often we're conditioned to think we need to buy something or we need to get something else. I kind of wanted, for example, another pair of boots, something I could wear kind of with my current wardrobe that's not necessarily with a suit. I mean, it might be with a linen suit or cotton, but not with like a proper suit. And kind of everything below that, like trousers, chinos, off-white jeans, like a crew. And that's kind of where I started to think about where my fashion is now and kind of how I can start making a long-term decision about what color these shoes need to be to guarantee I'll actually wear them. So it kind of got to a point where I was like, okay, because I'm wearing a lot of like these pants here, quite light colored trousers. The thing about this camel color that these boots were in, it didn't really quite work in my opinion. It just didn't quite seem right. So I knew that the shoes had to get darker. And a couple things were floating around in my head. Do I get them done in black? Do I get them done in Oxford? What about brown? What type of brown? Then it kind of dawned on me that it's got to be a type of chocolate brown, and that's going to be the decision. So how did I actually do this, and what did it cost? Because see, the thing is, I figured out that a new pair of boots that I wanted was more or less going to cost me $400. I like my footwear. I like to buy things that I know will last. So from my research, what I could kind of see was currently out, it was about $400. Let's go with that. Now, the Blake stitched, or I think they were Blake stitch finished. No, they weren't Goodyear welted. So yeah, just for, they look quite nice, quite interesting designs, like nothing too crazy, but would go with a lot of things. That's what I kind of concluded. And then I kind of thought about these boots. Went to a cobbler, he's really good. It's important to have a good cobbler in your life. Went to the cobbler, said I want the heels done. I want a kind of what's called a topi, which is underneath the sole. You get this like grippy rubber thing. It's like a little protection, which gives you more traction and waterproofing for the winter. And then I want the color stained. I want it chocolate brown. He said, fair enough. And I want new laces as well. So I needed the heel, topi, new laces, and staining. All this came to about $100, which I'm pretty blown away with. And as soon as I got these back, I was enamored and just absolutely like, I've got myself a brand new pair of shoes. And I've actually got them right here. So I'll kind of show you and share with you. So without further ado, here they are. Nice chocolate brown pair of desert boots. You see that the heel has been redone. It's nice and thick, so I get a little bit more height. This is the topi, gives you that grip in the winter. Hey, sorry about that. So what happened was the video, it just completely cut out. I think the battery died perhaps, but just coming back to give it an update of these shoes. So basically, I've been wearing them lots and lots with outfits. I really love kind of styling these. They're really easy to put on and wear. A couple of things to note that I wasn't aware. These shoes are cemented, meaning they glued the sole. So that kind of also then reflects overall the quality of like a slightly lower quality leather. So notice it starts to dry out a bit, so I have to be a little bit more careful of that. And also I was given a new pair of laces to match the color of what they stained it to. So this is something else to bear in mind. But even though it's cemented, effectively, because I've got this new topi in and the heel here, I can still get quite a lot of wear out of these, I would say. And in any event, if this kind of wears down, I'll just keep getting it filled. So I don't actually have to do a full sole replacement. So yeah, basically the point is we've gone from, as you can see, something that I didn't wear to something that I'm now wearing a lot more, only for $100. So a fourth of the price of what would cost to get kind of a pair of boots new in kind of the condition I wanted, with the last in kind of style, like either Blake Stitch or Goodyear welted. So kind of really happy. So the point of this is, if you're kind of working somewhat of a corporate job, or you want to kind of leverage your shoes, but you're not quite sure how to, and you've got a lighter pair of shoes that you got on sale and you thought were right at the time, but you don't wear them, potentially consider going to a darker color and kind of leveraging that. I wouldn't say go to black. I'd still say something like kind of brown is going to be more, a darker brown is going to be really more appropriate and really set you apart, meaning that you're a bit more polished. And it's just easy to kind of put outfits together. So I'm really happy with these in terms of how I'm now able to kind of conquer building outfits a bit easier, in the sense that I've got another pair of boots to work with. Besides just using my Chelsea RMs, I've kind of got these that I can use a bit more casual, so it kind of fills that gap, not having to wear sneakers as much. And just like a proper dress kind of boot, or cash. Gives me a bit more height as well, which is great because I'm 5'4", so 164 centimeters. So it all just adds up. Now, if you'd like to support me further, I've got a link in the description below. It's kind of unrelated, but it is related. So basically for me, I've been able to leverage and save a lot of money, have incredible fitness, and stay just fit all year round because of this one thing, which is cycling. But more than that, in order to leverage this for yourself as well, I've kind of broken this down into my journey, and also how to get the right bike for you, how to save thousands and thousands of dollars, how to have a keen eye, and kind of everything I've learned over 7 years of riding my bike to work to set you apart and to kind of help you put your best foot forward, in terms of if you do work a corporate job, to be sharper. If you just kind of don't have a lot of time in your day, to leverage better for fitness, and just be an overall better person in terms of what the bike gives you in terms of that better quality of life. And everyone loves to save money as well. I know the cost of living is getting more and more ridiculous. And I like to think a bike is a hard counter to that, in the sense that it's kind of like a hack almost, and no one talks about it because they kind of don't want us to know about this. So that's what I have to say. Conquer mountains, conquer life. Have a good one. See you in the next one. Subscribe for more.